Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to the Speak English Flow, your favorite place to improve your English while talking about real-life topics that actually matter. That's right, I'm Emma.
And I'm Mohin. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something I know a lot of you will relate to, talking about your day in English.
Oh, this one is so real for me. Someone asks, "How was your day?" and my brain just goes completely blank.
You know every single word you need, morning, work, tired, dinner, but when someone actually asks, you just say, good, and that's it.
Or even worse, they ask, "What do you do in the morning?" And you just stand there like a broken robot trying to find the first word.
That's painful.
But why does this happen? I already know these words.
That's exactly what we're breaking down today. And here's the good news. This isn't because your English is bad. It's because nobody ever showed you how to actually build the story. And if you're enjoying the podcast and learning something new,
Don't forget to subscribe to Speak English Flow. It really helps support the show.
thanks for being here with us today.
Now, let's get started.
Why does describing your day feel so hard, even when you already know the words? Here's the simple answer. Your brain isn't lazy, it's overloaded.
Overloaded? How?
Think about it like this. Imagine your brain is a computer with 15 tabs open at once. One tab is translating from your own language, another is checking grammar, another is searching for the right word, and one more is worrying about how you sound.
Oh, and all of that just to answer, "How was your day?"
Exactly. With that many tabs open, even a simple question can freeze the whole system.
So it's not that I don't know English. My brain is just trying to do too many things at the same time.
Exactly. And the fix isn't learn more words. The fix is close some of those tabs before you even start talking.
Okay, so how do we actually do that?
The first thing, and this is the biggest one, build yourself a little toolbox of sentences before you ever need them.
Toolbox. What do you mean?
I mean, simple, ready-made sentences for each part of your day. Morning, commute, work, evening. So you're not creating them in real time while someone is staring at you.
Like, I wake up at 7. I drink coffee. I take the bus to work.
Exactly like that. Short, simple. Subject, verb, done. You don't need beautiful grammar. You need sentences that are already sitting in your pocket, ready to use.
So instead of building a sentence from zero in the moment, I'm just taking one out of my toolbox.
Exactly. And here's the practical part. Tonight, write down 5 sentences about your actual morning. Just 5. Say them out loud 3 times.
I wake up at 6:30, I check my phone, I make tea, I get dressed, I leave the house. That wasn't hard at all.
Because it's true and it's yours. Once it's in your toolbox, you never have to build it again. You just take it out.
One toolbox, 5 sentences tonight, I can do that.
That's it.
But what about connecting these sentences? Right now, mine sound like a list.
That's actually the next thing I want to talk about. A list of facts isn't a story. It's just facts. What turns it into a story is a few small connector words. First, after that, then, finally.
Like glue between the sentences?
Exactly like glue. Watch. I wake up. I drink coffee. Versus, first I wake up, and after that I drink my coffee. Same facts. Completely different feeling.
Oh, the second one actually sounds like someone telling me about their morning.
Right, because now there's a flow. One thing leads to the next. So here's the practical step. Take your 5 sentences from before and just add one connector word in front of each one.
First, I wake up at 6:30. Then, I check my phone. After that, I make tea. Wow, that already sounds like a real story.
And the best part, you only need about 5 or 6 of these connector words total, and you can reuse them for any topic, not just your day.
First, then, after that, finally. Got it.
That's the glue. Use it everywhere.
Okay, so now I have sentences, I have glue, but honestly, my story still feels a little boring, like a robot describing a robot's day.
That's a great problem to bring up, actually, because that's exactly where the next tip comes in. A boring story is usually just a story without one small, specific detail. You don't need 10 details. You need one good one per part of your day.
What do you mean by specific.
Instead of I take the bus to work, you add one true small detail. I take the bus to work and it's always so crowded that I have to stand the whole way.
Oh, so now I'm not just stating a fact, I'm actually telling you something about my life.
Exactly. That one detail is what makes a listener actually picture your day instead of just hearing words.
So for my evening, I could say, I get home and the first thing I do is check if my cat destroyed anything while I was gone.
See, now I actually want to know what happened to your apartment.
Okay, this is actually fun now. One detail per part of the day.
One true, small, slightly funny or slightly embarrassing detail, and your whole story becomes memorable.
Okay, last one. What's the final piece?
The last one isn't really about sentences at all. It's about practice, specifically talking to yourself. Every single day before you sleep, spend 60 seconds telling your day out loud to nobody, just you, your room, and your story.
Talking to myself? That feels a little strange.
That feels strange for about 3 days. After that, it feels completely normal. And here's why it matters. Speaking is a physical skill, not just a mental one. Your mouth and your brain need repetition, the same way your legs need repetition to run faster.
So it's like training a muscle, not memorizing a fact.
Exactly that. And because you already have your toolbox, your glue words, and your one good detail, these 60 seconds are easy. You're not creating from zero anymore. You're just practicing what's already yours.
So by the time someone actually asks, how was your day, I've basically already said the answer 10 times this week.
Exactly. You won't freeze because your mouth has already done this. That's the whole secret. Preparation before pressure.
Toolbox, glue words, one detail, 60 seconds a day. I actually think I can do all of this.
That's it. Small pieces every day.
Wow, those 4 tips are incredibly practical, easy to remember, and easy to use in real-life conversations.
And before we close out today's episode, let's do a quick vocabulary review and make sure those new words stick in your memory. The first word is commute, meaning the trip you take from home to work or school.
My commute is by bus, and it's always so crowded I end up holding the rail the whole way.
And that brings us to the next word. Crowded means a place that's full of too many people.
Yes, crowded is the perfect word for my bus every single morning.
Next, exhausting means something that makes you feel extremely tired.
Standing on a crowded bus for 30 minutes is genuinely exhausting.
Next, convenient means something that's easy and saves you time and effort.
I guess driving would be more convenient, but the traffic makes it stressful instead.
And speaking of stressful, that brings us to nightmare, means something very unpleasant, almost like a bad dream.
Forgetting my keys inside my own house was an absolute nightmare.
Oh no, did that actually happen to you?
More than once, which is the opposite of paradise, means a perfect, wonderful place or situation.
True paradise would be a commute with no traffic and no crowds at all.
A person can dream. Next word?
Sway means to move slowly from side to side.
That's literally what I'm doing every morning, swaying on the bus while half asleep.
And after a day like that, what you really want in the evening is to feel calm, a feeling of peace with no stress at all.
Calm is the goal every single evening.
And the last word, passion, something you love doing and truly care about. Maybe this podcast is part of our passion, actually.
It really is. And honestly, talking about your day so openly might feel a little embarrassing at first, meaning it makes you feel shy or uncomfortable, but it gets easier every time.
And those are your key words from today. Don't just listen to them. Use one in a sentence today and make it part of your English.
Try just one. That's enough to start.
Exactly. Once you have the right vocabulary, a few glue words, and some specific details, your stories become much more interesting and natural.
And with that, we've reached the end of today's episode.
We hope you picked up something useful today and feel a little more confident sharing your day in English.
And if today's episode helped you feel a little more comfortable speaking English,
be sure to subscribe to Speak English Flow and share this episode with a friend who wants to become a more confident English speaker.
every subscription, every listen, and every share helps us keep creating new episodes for learners like you.
Just one friend, that's enough.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Speak English Flow.
Your English journey doesn't stop here. Click on the next episode and keep building your confidence one conversation at a time. Bye.